I really shouldn't use Cinder Brick Stout and then never use my shield. None of these even, like... There are these critical hit ones that are contingent on health, and I'm not good at keeping my health below 30 or above.
The benefits are worth it.
99%. Oh, here we go. This is where I first got the machete because...
That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for
I'm
it.
clearly awful at video games. I will be doing those later because right now I'm just going to enter fail or not do them perfectly, which is essentially the same as failing, and it'll be embarrassing and a waste of everyone's time.
The Sundown Path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is.
Okay, this is where the game starts actually getting its britches on, if you will. Also,
Couples used to walk the Sundown Path.
hopefully this is all
Kid ain't
picked up
here for
with
pleasure,
decent
though.
recording quality. Everything I've done so far on this has sounded and looked really good, but I haven't actually uploaded anything to YouTube yet. Well, there was one test video that I took down. But hopefully you can hear the music. It's fantastic. I ended up buying the soundtrack after beating the game, and yeah,
The floor
like
starts giving way under the lightest step.
pretty much everything about this game is pretty
A single
fantastic.
panic
I don't know.
squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter.
Yeah, I probably should actually have switched out. I was intending to switch out for the pistol and
Dragons
then
of the
forgot.
old world rain from the sky.
So, yeah, I'm doing a pacifist run in that I'm not good at the combat and I'm going to ignore enemies when possible.
Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for them.
No, I don't.
Well, the path ain't exactly...
Yeah, actually that's one of the reasons the magnet thing I picked. I don't know how obvious the little things like that are to people who aren't familiar with the game, but the first thing in the brewery I used was... Okay, again, I don't remember the actual game name for it, but it was something magnetic. Let's call it magnetic vodka for my purposes. It makes me pick up... I think it's just the... Are they shards? I don't actually know what the currency is called off the top of my head. I hope this is informative. Let's play. Yeah, I don't know. This game is so good at doing its plot by itself.
Like the ones they'd use to
There's nothing I'm going to really add to it, but... if you're the kind of person who actually does remember all these things, it's probably going to be kind of annoying hearing me not remember them, and I apologize for that.
The calamity
Yeah,
changed
basically,
everything.
golds
Even when the wind blows.
stick to me, and that makes it easier to collect a lot of golds, and then the game becomes easier when you have more golds, and everyone's happy. Yeah, these fountains sort of make things easy considering they're infinitely usable, replenishable supply of
Well, if we
all of your
mastered the
possible
winds in the
health.
old days, we can do it again.
Yeah, so I'm not good at aiming in this game. I'm not sure how
But the
obvious
question
that is.
is,
And outside the window, sorry about that. Yeah, I've noticed in this game when you get to the bottom of the screen there are a few weird glitches. I really hope that the bottom of the window thing didn't screw up the recording. I'm already a half hour into this
who else
session. I
could have
might
taken the
close
core?
it down and just check this doesn't get the vapors like every other
Well,
recording program
ain't
I've
no
used
survivor
does.
stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake.
That reminds me of a
Tough
funny
break.
internet meme. This game's a regular
that core.
super
Bang.
meatball with its how good it is at internet memes. Yeah, I don't know. There's only one real reference to anything outside
Nobody
this
gets to
game in
ship
this
live
game.
munitions down the
That's
path.
probably why its plot is so good, because it doesn't beat dumb jokes. I don't know. I played Binding of Isaac a lot over the last couple months, and I like its own aesthetic, but it has too many bad jokes in it. It's like frustrating.
In all this
like-
toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Okay, this is totally unrelated to this fine game that I've, like, exaggerated how much I think it's great for a really long time.
So we didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
Oh, oops. Never mind, I'm sorry. This level isn't the level I thought it was. How embarrassing. What possibly happened there that made it have a exclamation mark? Yeah, so now I have the Trapper Shingle.
That's Trapper Shingle. Only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater.
This is the first one that I utterly, totally failed at and couldn't even barely pass. Well, maybe I barely passed, but yeah, I'll do all those later. Actually, I mean, leave a comment here. Hopefully I won't record so far in the future that it won't mean anything.
Folks used to go here to relax from their relaxing.
Yeah, this is the place that the plot starts up. Sorry, Bastion experts who I offended in the previous
The dead
level.
welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all.
Yeah, leave in the comments if you want to see the training grounds without me instantly winning them without trying at all.
You don't much care to see him. Not like this.
Yeah, so that was exclusive thing that he would only say if you broke those two. Those are not platforms, never mind. Okay, yeah, see, I'm suspicious of everything in this game that's so pretty of being an extra platform with hidden
These folks
on
never
it.
saw the calamity coming.
And I don't want to miss important
Someone
things
close.
in this. The internet would just eat me alive.
Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife.
Oops.
It was someone like him.
So,
Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh.
I guess the one problem with this is maybe I'm just slow. That's entirely possible, but
It's a
I thought that
snag or
was
two
like
trying to get to
a
him.
creepy doll or something.
He ain't about to stop, no matter
I
what.
wasn't familiar enough with the game's art style to see that was just like a guy sort of wallowing. Anyway, that's a guy sort of wallowing, if you can't tell.
He's got so many questions after all.
Immediately realized it was a guy. So these things are basically one-shot
Just
if
ain't
you
got time
encounter
for
them,
answers.
and I'm not sure if I got hit by one of their things or what that made me take damage.
The Thunder
but
Brothers didn't make it.
I like the fact that this city had
They never saw what it was
group
like
of
beyond the
brothers
walls.
that all wore top hats, and they were different sizes.
Nordy the bird boy didn't make it.
Oh, this is the first time I've played through with the subtitles. I didn't realize his name was Nordy, the bird boy. I thought he said nor did, and like, oh, this person didn't make it, nor did this
The
person.
Jawsons, they didn't make it.
And I thought he was only referred to as the bird boy. Anyway, yeah, this is a pretty nice city if it had a bird boy in it.
Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
I'd like to say at this point in the game you don't know what a Ura sigil is.
Just
and
think, without that
it's
man,
good plot pacing.
we wouldn't be here right now, would we?
So that doesn't make sense yet. It'll sort of make sense later, but by the time it makes sense, you won't remember that it was ever said.
The core survives as well.
So if you're doing a pacifist run and ignoring that part at the start where you landed on people, this is the first time you have
Kid
to
does what he has to do.
break through. I don't care about
And
that
then-
very much.
What do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Celandia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
Okay, I was sort of planning on leaving on that note, but I guess I'll just
We could always see the stars.
read these,
We just never could reach them,
listen to these,
no matter how high we build.
as to not start the next part on boring
We
things.
fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now.
Looks like a shovel to me.
For Zolf, Caelandia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. He was born in the Tazal terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since.
Next time, more action, more plots, and hopefully less awkward self-debasing humor. Thanks for watching, folks, and see you next time.